The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 83, The Abanico. Pal stayed silent, but Nuria couldn't tolerate the man's remark. In defense of her brother, she spoke in rapid Spanish with raised eyebrows. Of course, he can. He's even better than my dad. Realizing she might have exaggerated, she corrected herself. Well, sometimes my dad is better, and sometimes Pal is better. Suddenly, she noticed her mom looking at her with a questioning gaze over her sunglasses. Nuria had inadvertently revealed both her father's and her brother's secret. Their mother pushed Pal to focus on his homework and improve his grades so he could attend a university in England. She was a renowned medicine woman, earning the family's income by uncovering people's deepest secrets, but the father and son had managed to keep this secret right under her nose. She had not been aware that her son was secretly receiving guitar lessons from his stepfather, a secret that Nuria had also managed to keep until then. The mother pushed her sunglasses up and, resting her head back on the window frame, murmured, "It's okay. You can play a little." Pal took his guitar out and began tuning the strings, glancing at his mom from time to time. Even though she had given permission, even the slightest sound and light bothered her and made her headache worse. He crossed his legs, rested the guitar on his thigh, and played the first chord. With remarkable skill, he unfolded his fingers like a fan, or an abanico, as it is called in Spanish, and landed them on the strings. Pal's stepfather, Tobar, had emphasized that flamenco dance and music could be summarized in one single word: respect. A flamenco performer's movements should be as sharp and tense as a jackknife. As he played the first chord, Pal aimed to earn respect from the old man who had questioned his abilities openly. But he was surprised at how loud it sounded. To mute the guitar during practice at home, he used to place a folded shoelace under the strings at the bridge. He played the same chord again and noticed that the fellow passengers fell silent. Glancing at his mom, he saw that the sound was bothering her. She had tucked herself into a corner, curled up, and covered her ear, which was already shielded by the knit hat. Nuria, sensing Pal's concern, took her large doll, pulled off its sock, and generously handed it to Pal. She again squeezed the doll between herself and Tessa on the seat. However, Pal doubted it would solve the problem. So, he stood up, moved a few seats ahead, and started playing. One could argue that the relationship between Romas and Spaniards had occasionally been as tense as the strings of a guitar. Some Spaniards might even claim that the Romas were culturally distinct from the Spaniards and did not truly belong to the country. However, the Roma guitar had evolved into Spain's national instrument, much like flamenco dance and music, which had become unmistakable symbols of Spain worldwide. Meanwhile, a couple of local women had already risen from their seats, gracefully swaying and twirling around each other in the narrow aisle. Despite the limited space, they expertly moved their curvy hips and confidently stamped their feet, surprisingly not causing any damage to the bus's worn-out floor.